Assalamu alaikum. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. We would like to update you about the hearing that happened 2 days before in the US Congress about the human rights issue in South Asia and particularly focusing on Indian action on Kashmir. Really, it was a historical day. I think we never saw this type of hearing, and where the 14 Congress members, they grilled the U.S. government officials, and also they raised question about Indian atrocities and human rights violation in Kashmir, and not only in Kashmir, but rather in India as a whole against minorities, what happened in Assam, what is their registration scheme. So what happened 2 days before, there was the hearing was announced by the chairman of subcommittee, Congressman Brad Sherman from California. And by the way, he's also co-chair of Indian caucus in the Congress. And however, the local Kashmiri, Pakistani, Indian American Muslim and community leaders, they met with him in the initial period of August, when the India clamped down on August 5th and declared Kashmir as a part of India, and they revoked some amendments in the Constitution. So, but when he heard the stories, then he decided to have those hearings. And before hearing, they also organized a briefing for the Congress a couple of weeks before, where more than 150 congressional staff people, they came to that briefing on Kashmir. But this hearing on Tuesday, there were two sessions. One session, the first session was almost about 2.5 hours, and the State Department officials, two Assistant Secretary of States, one Alice Wells, I think that name is very popular, famous in Pakistan and India because she often visit that area. And the another Assistant Secretary of State also, who is taking care of the South Asia and human rights issues. Both were there, and the second part in the afternoon that also lasted for 2 hours. And over there, the public witnesses, two professors, one Times of India reporters, one Amnesty International representative, and some others. They also they presented their testimony. But in these hearings, first time we saw that the all Congress members, 14 Congress members, they are from Rhode Island, from New Jersey, from Maryland, from Virginia, from Florida, from Texas, from California, from Michigan. They are part of that subcommittee on South Asia, and also some of them, they were part of the full committee, not particularly part of that subcommittee. They raised question and again, asking those government officials, to State Department assistant secretaries, and also with the public witness, that what India is doing over there in Kashmir, what is their record, what is the purpose of that, why communication blockade, why they put all those curfew and everything is closed down over there, how many arrests were made, why the health facilities were not open to the people, and what is this claim of largest democracy and what practically they are doing. They also raised question about Hindutva and that ideology, and what they are doing overall in India against minorities, the government behavior against minorities, and also what they are doing, the cancellation of citizenship of 1.9 million Assamese people. So all those issues were very much raised. And it was almost bipartisan atmosphere that India first time saw a hostile Congress and its behavior. So I think the two sessions, they are available on YouTube, and you can watch that, and I will urge you to watch that hearing. But the reason we are here describing those hearing, that we like to see what lesson we can learn, what action items we should have, and then what should be our talking point now after this hearing. Because I understand that from August 5th to this hearing, it was a wonderful, I know that it is a struggle, and in the first lesson I think we heard, we can learn that the grassroots activities, the Pakistani community, Muslim community, Indian American Muslims, the Sikh community, Kashmiri people, and ICNA CSJ, and all other organizations. They worked so hard at the grassroots level, and they went to the congressional offices. They met with their congressmen or congresswomen, and they described the situation, especially the personal stories of Kashmiri leaders, that their families are there and they could not contact them. All those stories, all those meetings at the grassroots level, at the district level, all these meetings and town hall meetings, and whatever way people contacted, either fax them or text them or tweet them, or all those contacts. And they were so obvious that all those contacts, they had some impact. And every congressman was saying at that time, which is part of that hearing, that my own constituent, they met and they explained all those stories, and they told me all those, and we like to learn more. And they are presenting different stories. Another point is also there is counter narrative is also the Hindutva lobby. They are doing that, but I think Congressman was very much understanding that the claim of largest democracy, it could not fulfill when they are putting curfew and communication blockade on 8 million people over there. So I think the first lesson is that this grassroots, this district level meeting with the congressional people and all communities going together. And I'm very much happy that ICNA CSJ, our teams, our lead, they are also part of those meetings. So they have some impact, and we have to continue that. Another lesson which we can learn, that the Kashmir issue, I understand that India, the whole strategy of Indian government is that Kashmir issue should not be internationalized, and they like to see it as a bilateral issue. But Kashmir issue has become internationalized through these more than 4-hour hearing on Tuesday. The third lesson we can learn that there is a very obvious difference between the behavior of the Congress and behavior of the State Department, with the two assistant secretaries were there. One of them was very much speaking almost in favor of India, but the congressional behavior was very aggressive, and they are asking very tough questions to these officials. So we should understand that yes, in America, executive branch is very important, State Department is important, but then the Congress has its own importance, then the judiciary has its own importance, and then also the media and the society, they also have their own importance. The couple of congressmen, they put in the record several media stories about Kashmir, about Indian atrocities, what India is doing with the minorities. They put in the record that, okay, that story was published in Newsweek, that story was published in CNN, that story was published in somewhere else. So we should understand the importance of Congress and importance of media and importance of society and these lobbying efforts in this district level. So these lessons I think we should learn. Now, what should be the action item? I think the first action item must be that all of our ICNA CSJ members and ICNA CSJ active members and our brothers and our sisters and whoever is listening, that they should continue these type of meeting at this district level and educate more Congress people, not necessarily those who are the members of that subcommittee. Whoever the congressman or the senator in your state or your district, educate them, educate him or her about what is happening over there in Kashmir. What is the Hindutva? What is Hindutva ideology and practice? They have impact on Indian politics. What Indian government is doing against minorities, against Muslim, against Christian, against Sikh, against Hindu Dalit. So they want to make India as a Hindu state, and their behavior is like a Hindu extremism. So I think that education is needed. But what type of, and also the media contact, wherever possible, contact, not necessarily the national media, the local media, local newspaper, local radio station, go there whenever you have the opportunity, talk about those issues. What type of talking points we should have? First of all, I think that we should demand, we should urge that there must be a congressional delegation, and it should be allowed by the Indian government to visit Kashmir personally and go and see the ground realities over there. Because India has blocked all Western media. India has blocked all, even Senator from Maryland, Chris Van Hollen, India blocked his visit to Kashmir, and Congress members, they felt very bad about that why it is happening. If India is very sincere, oh, I'm doing this for development of Kashmir, we are doing for the development of women's rights, and we are doing for all those misclaims they are doing, so why they are not transparent? Why they are not opening up? Why they are not inviting journalists? Why they are not inviting the human rights organization? And why they are not allowing the U.S. Congress people and senator to visit Kashmir? So I think talking point should be that there must be a congressional delegation visiting Kashmir. There must be some human rights association, they should be allowed. The Western media should be allowed to go there and put their stories. The other talking point should also be that all those human rights situation, health situation, education situation, communication blockade, a lot of people, nobody knows the exact numbers of how many people got arrested and where they had been, they put in jail in Kashmir or outside of Kashmir. Those facts should be very much clear and should be open in the public. So I think that these type of talking points, we should do that. And then if we continue that struggle, definitely on the Kashmir issue, on the behavior against minorities, what India is doing against all those minorities, and especially the Hindutva ideology and Hindutva practices. What is the impact of those ideology and practices in Indian politics, and also over there during the hearing also, the Hindutva lobbying people, they were there. I think the Hindu American Federation and some other organizations, their members were there, and they were very much upset when they saw this type of hearing and continuous challenging question to the official and also to the witness people, who are giving the testimony. So they were very much upset. So I think we have to continue that, because right now we understand that the Hindutva lobbying people are these people. They are targeting those congressmen who are very much speaking against Indian policies. So they are targeting, I think during the next election, they would love to defeat them. So I think we should be careful. We should be very much resilient on that issue. And I would urge everybody to continue that practice. All this meeting, all this hard work for last 3 months, I think August, September, and October, it paid, I think, a lot. That when we had this historical hearing in the House, in U.S. House about South Asia, human rights issue of South Asia, and particularly about the issue of Kashmir. So we should continue that struggle. We should go to the next level and inform people, have organized program and event and conferences. And in campuses, you can organize program and then continue this type of meeting. And definitely there will be a situation when ultimately people will learn about that. And one last point I would say, one thing very important to make a distinction. Yes, on human rights violation, a lot of congressmen people, they will I think sympathize, and they will say, yes, India should not do that. But that is not the real issue. The real issue is that Kashmiri, they are demanding their self-determination. Kashmiri, they are demanding that the August 5th action by the parliament, it should be revoked. And Kashmiris are demanding freedom from India. So those issues, and UN Security Council gave them that guarantee by several resolutions that there must be an issue, self-determination issue should be determined by the Kashmiri, and then the final solution will be done. So I think that issue we have to also raise whenever we are meeting with any congressman or we are organizing any program. So that also are very, very important to consider. So these something, and inshallah, if any help you need, any guidance you need, any suggestion you would like to make, ICNA Council for Social Justice is here. You can go to www.icnacsj.org/Kashmir. You can read about all those development about Kashmir, what is happening in America, and what efforts our community is doing. And then you can also suggest, and you can also share your activities over there. Thank you very much.